we're going to do something a little different. We're going to look at some of our friends' DJ systems and talk about what's going on there and what they're doing, why they're doing it. I've got some insight on some of it I don't. You guys ready to just dive into this right away and not
Sure.
keep the audience waiting?
Absolutely.
We're going to do this first one right here. And I'm going to let you try to guess whose system this is. Anybody got any idea whose system this belongs to?
Um, like the person's name?
Yeah. What DJ
No.
system is this?
All right, it's RCF with JMAS lighting.
This is Wavy Davy B's setup
Okay.
for school dances.
Okay.
He has up here, do you see my mouse
Yep.
on
Yep.
top?
Yep. We can see you.
In my opinion, one of the greatest speakers ever made, the RCF 312A.
Whoa.
Glorious. They still work. He's got a pair. He has covers for him.
Right.
Down here, he has the RCF 708A subs.
Right.
They're actually mine. But he's got a small table here, smaller than mine. I don't know what the dimensions are, but it's a really compact, easy to set up table.
Yeah. I like that.
This light here is from the Boombox series from ADJ. I don't remember which one it is. Boombox
Oh, I
one,
thought
two,
that
or
was
three.
the JMAS one.
The
No, this
three-way.
is
Yeah.
this is ADJ.
Oh, now I remember it. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
here,
That's the Swarm, I think.
it's the ADJ Stinger.
Stinger.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, smaller than Storm, but same config.
Same principle.
Yeah.
Something else that he's doing here is these lights are DMX'd. I know because I programmed them,
Okay.
and he's running them off the Airstream DMX bridge. So he can control the jewel, the strobe, the moonflowers, the colors, whatever he wants. And what Wavy does anymore is a lot of school functions. He's been very busy with those. And that's why you have the two subwoofers. And that system works out real well for him for the crowds that he's playing for. What do you guys think of Wavy Davy's system?
I I like it. I think it looks sharp. I just think it looks cluttered. I would want to move the speakers maybe away from the counter a little bit just to get a better spread and maybe put the lights behind him
Lights
so that
behind him could work really well, especially.
yeah, so they could shoot over him. So when people looked over, they'd see the lights coming from behind him. It might have a better effect.
Yeah, maybe. You know, it's interesting that you mentioned the speakers. We were just having this conversation before you came into the room. Buddy and John and I were discussing this. And Buddy said the same thing. In the video that I did, a lot of people had their speakers really tight to the booth.
Right.
And I do the same thing, and there's a reason for it. And I think Wavy's doing it for the same reason I'm doing it, because we came up in the same multi-op.
Yep.
It's built into our heads. We're trying to prevent trip hazards.
Oh, that's
That's it. And you back
that's
to
how
the
I do
corner,
mine.
too.
I
So
think it
mean,
looks
especially
better
like
when
a
they're further
school,
apart, but I
like
have
at a
them right
school
next
or
to me.
something.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know, you don't want students, you don't want to give the students a path to come back
Yeah.
and talk to you where there might be a trip hazard. So what Wavy's done here, if I look at it, it's actually pretty smart. He's got the lights all the way against the wall. The only way they can access him is the other side, and there's nothing here. So it's safe.
Right.
So in that
right.
regard, I think, you know, he there's a method to his madness on that.
Right.
Now-
And there's a doorway he shouldn't block either, and that's good that there's an opening that you can get through. I don't know if that section of the building's even open, but he's not technically blocking a doorway. If it was an active doorway through at an event, that would not be the ideal angle to set up if you get people coming through there. So I'm thinking maybe that's like the closed portion of the school.
Mhm.
So, but you still have a manner of getting in and out, and it all forces everybody to the left. So that makes total sense.
Well, typically, like these schools, and this looks like a newer building, a lot of them have redundancies and emergency exits. So it's not necessarily the only path out if there was an emergency.
Right.
And there are times when they get me setting up in front of an exit too, and it's like, no, we're cool because we have these 5 other ones or whatever in the same
Mhm.
room. And I don't even know where this is going. It looks like outside, but it could be It could also be into the building itself,
That's true. Mhm.
and maybe this that part of the building is closed. We don't know. Who knows? But anyway,
One of the things, Brian, I'm looking at this setup, and again, it's a good solid setup, especially RCF. I'm a big fan for RCF.
yeah,
I wonder if he did monopoles for the speakers and took the subs and coupled them and random coupled. Now you get the dB gain on that,
yeah, you get a 3 dB
but
gain on that. Hmm.
but you could hide them. I don't know what the booth is. If it says fabric, whatever. If you could hide them underneath the booth, take them out of the equation, and then he could get basically pixel sticks or LED sticks or light sticks, whatever you want to call them,
Hmm.
and attach them to the bottom of the poles.
Sure.
So that way you have additional light source. They're
Hmm.
on the pole, so it kind of beeps the pole up so the kids are not going near it. And
Yeah,
then again, he can still spread out a little bit more, but it gives him a little cleaner look. And with kids and a big gymnasium, I think the dB gain on coupling the subs would be a nice little bump in that. And again, he has great speakers. Again, I love
yeah.
how RCF sounds, and especially that speaker right there. Like you said before, I do agree with you. It's one of the probably one of the top 5 speakers of all
Oh,
times.
well, it's not the most expensive speaker. It's
No,
probably 15 plus years old, but my gosh,
I was
those
going to
things
say
sound
they
wonderful.
stopped making that about 20 years ago, believe it or not.
RCF 312As? No, I was pimping them right before
They
my
were
stroke 15 years
clearanced.
ago.
They, unless it's a new one, the ones that I tried to buy when they did end of life was like 2006 or 7,
Oh,
and they
wow.
stopped making them and they went to the 4 series.
Well, Krupa, no, these are 312As.
Right. That's
And
what I
I,
was trying to buy. Kevin had them at IDJ Now for like
no, I remember
three
that wasn't 2006, 7 because I knew you. I remember when you were doing that, and I
oh,
was
okay,
working with
then eight,
Krupa
eight, 9. Well,
at
yeah, it's like
RCF.
16
He
years.
he was U.S. marketing director at RCF at the time, and he was the one who. But yeah, they went on
Been
to an
around.
all digital model of it. The 312 were gone, but well, what a beautiful speaker. Analog digital, they call them AB amps, so it was biamped, 350 watts. Sounds like it matters, but there was 50 to the horn and 300 to the woofer itself. Is how they split that on the biamp. But yeah, they sounded absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think a coupling would be nice. Now, Damon, you might be able to chime in on this. You've dealt with scoop style speakers, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I still have
So
a set of them.
you're still running some old ones.
Well,
So
not as much, but I still have a set. Yes.
you still have a set. So with the scoop style speaker, where the port is on the bottom like that, am I wrong in saying that you don't want to block that port?
That is correct.
So you're going to want to have that. You putting them
Yes.
under the table with a closed table like that would not serve those
No,
speakers very
no, it would
well.
not be a good idea.
So
One, it
yeah,
help push the air out to give you that extra thump.
right. Now you can couple them, but it have to be on one side or the
Yeah,
other or directly in front of them and then
exactly.
tripod the speakers. That would work.
I actually like this setup.
It's slick. It's
Yeah,
real
I
slick.
mean, that's how I would set my stuff up, honestly. So
Yeah.
I would too. It's just when you're asking what would you change, I'd make it look a little bit more symmetrical, like the lights behind it,
Mm-hmm.
just because I think it would have a better look. And he's got a corner,
Yeah.
so there's really no reason he couldn't.
right.
Yeah.
And if it's a school thing and the kids are nearby, yeah, keep everything as close as you can.
Mhm.
But if you put that one sub on his left, closer to the wall, shouldn't it get a better refraction and shouldn't it give a deeper base?
I don't know. Coupling them's going to, but with those scoops, you have to have those exposed. But you could absolutely couple them right in front of you. That's how I would do it
Is
if I
moving
were to
it.
couple them.
I'm sorry, in the position that he has them in that angle, moving it to the wall is not going to really change anything.
Okay.
Okay, now if they were back in the corner, yeah, it'd definitely gain, another 3B gain if you put subs in the corner. But just moving it to that wall right there, he's not going to gain anything. He's only moving it like a foot and a half, 2 feet over. So
Those
Okay. I
speakers
mean,
are animals, by the way. Oh my
yeah, they
gosh.
are.
Those 708As, the low end they put out, it's you wouldn't think they put out that much. 708, because the 908s were the big dogs. These were the smaller ones. But man, the bass they put out is just insanity. I mean, you really feel it Like as you go into the room, it's so present and it's so deep and it just, oh man, crazy bass those things put out. Crazy bass.
One other thing also, Brian, I would probably think about if him is some kind of a wash light to pounce off that upper part of the wall and part of the ceiling there, either on a wall or two next to him. I know he's got windows there, which windows it's kind of hard to do, but if he had a wash light to hit that back upper part of the wall where the white is at to reflect onto the dance floor,
You're right.
give a
Yeah.
little more presence.
I think watching this room would be absolutely choice. I mean, this is an easy solution for Wavy to do what he's doing. I know why he's doing it. And I'm looking at this. He does have covers on those RCF 312As that he doesn't take completely off. He just unzips them and opens them. But I can tell you, and I'm not suggesting this is a good idea, it's just an idea. On the top of those speakers are fly points.
Mhm.
There's a little cap. If you pop them out, there's a threaded fly point. If he wanted to still run those jewel lights, he could mount them on top of those speakers and eliminate those tripods next to him. Crickets.
No.
I mean, it's possible. But no, it's a cool.
I've seen people do that. I've never
Yeah,
done it.
it's just one more thing to launch up into the air heavy.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to reduce the footprint, yeah, you could absolutely do that.
Wavy Davy is, how can I say this? He's like a skinny bodybuilder. He's all muscle. The guy's just like super strength, slim good body. He's crazy, insane strong. So he could handle it. I'm not worried about that part. But yeah, that's our first one I wanted to share with the class and get your input on. You kind of getting a feel for what we're doing here.
Yep.
And I'll pull up another one. Just a second. This is another friend of ours. And Jay, you're going to get I think you're going to really get excited about this one.
Okay.
And this has something in common that our last one had as well. And you will find out what that is in just a moment. Are you ready? Okay.
Yep.
Jay, can you guess whose system this belongs to?
Could it be the greatest voice
It could
in the
be.
mobile DJ community from Pensacola, Florida?
Yes, it could.
That does look like a Stacy Knowles setup. He's running
Heck
those
yeah.
Revos on the floor.
Stacy Knowles.
RCF and Revo 3s, baby. Love that kid. He knows what
Stacy
time it
Knowles.
is.
Jay,
He
tell
knows.
them about the Revo 3s pointed at the ceiling because you did this for a long
I
time.
did that until they broke, until it set on fire, until the Revo 3 set itself on fire in the garage because the plastic lens that it has on it
Uh-huh.
has one great habit of when light comes out of it, it shoots in many directions, which means that when light hits it like a sun,
It fragments. Yeah.
it fragments in and it burned an LED light bulb.
Yes, the whole concave convex thing going on and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
burning ants on the ground.
It was amazing. I worked some big ballrooms with that one light. He has two. I had one.
Yeah.
You could literally cover the people, the floor, the wall, and the ceiling with a Revo 3. Yeah, just
So yeah.
amazing light. And
The 3
Stacy's
was
got him
cool. Yeah, the 3 almost looked like fireworks up there.
square.
It looked like fireworks, like flowers. Fireworks.
They were
flowers
and they would all at
exploding.
different times be doing this because it had a big panel of LEDs and circles.
Yes.
So each circle would kind of strobe or shoot off or spread. Yeah, it was a really, really nice light. Then John Beck in Australia, New Zealand,
Australia.
had a Revo 4, which instead of
Yeah.
the circles did a square.
Yes. It was like
And
the
he
Saturday
covered
Night
a
Fever
dance floor, and it looked like Saturday Night Fever
Yes.
with an LED
Yes.
dance floor. And I was
Yep.
like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Super cool look.
Yeah. No,
Those were-
if you don't know Stacy Knowles down in Pensacola, Florida, Stacy is one of the nicest guys you could meet and has the nicest Southern voice, former radio guy.
Oh, he's a radio guy. He's still doing radio.
Yeah, he's still doing radio, actually. Just super, super nice guy. If you ever meet, he's at every Mex.
Yeah.
He's old school, hence the setup. He's got the RCFs. He's got the Scrim Kings. He's got him
Yep.
uplit. I don't have a problem with this setup in the least. The only thing I might change for him is I might put the Revos on the side of my facade so they weren't quite as easy to kick if people are coming up to talk to me in the booth.
Yeah.
That
No,
would
I'm
be
with
that
you.
would be like the one thing I'd put them off to the sides between the speakers and my facade, maybe, or my
That'd be a
cover.
good location for him.
Yeah.
That'd be a
Just
real
to
good
make it
location
easier
for
on
him.
the lights.
He's probably trying to center him on
Yeah,
this thing,
I have
and
no
he would have a
doubts.
hard time doing that without going at an angle if he was over to the side.
Yep.
And those
I
could
have
be
no
Revo
doubts.
4s. We don't know, but I can't tell.
I'd have to see the sides or them in turned on. Either way, they're very good lights.
So, Jay,
Yep.
Fantasyland. And this is Fantasyland for you. What would
Yep.
you like to see on his table behind that facade? What's the setup?
I think he's still doing a.
No, you. What do you want to see back there? Because we can't see it.
Oh. I mean, I'd want to see for him. I know he's using a laptop, so Flex 10 would be fine. SX3 would be good. Any decent controller. I mean, it's the DJ, not the tools. Sometimes the tools will
Right.
help because they'll let you expand.
With Stacey, it's the voice for sure.
Oh, 100%. No, 100%. He's got a better voice than all of us put together. I
And
mean,
what a gift
seriously.
those sconces are on the walls behind him. I'm just
Oh, they almost look like he brought them in.
like, what a gift. That is so cool.
Yeah. But I
He's
mean,
got
I'd almost
there's
play
power
into it.
everywhere. You see the power outlets? They're like everywhere.
Yeah.
There's no lack of power at this place.
No. It'd be cool if he put an uplight under him in the same color to make it look even more like it's his setup.
Well,
Nice
notice
place.
he's got blue lights back here, and the lights are still
I
up.
saw
Who
that under the
knows?
scrims. Yeah.
Yeah, the photograph doesn't do it justice, but I bet they're kind of glowing in blue. It's just the way that the photo was taken.
Yeah.
Again, some of these pictures they're taken at 5 o'clock when you set before guests arrive. You're not starting until 7, and it's dark by a few minutes after 7 with the lights down, and you're going to get a very different look. But this is just Stacy's setup.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
And one last thing about Stacy, if you need to know who Stacy is, Stacy will occasionally throw up a photo and remind you that I think it's either red or blue Camaro that he
Blue.
has.
Blue.
Blue. His blue Camaro is the one he got in high school.
Yeah, it's 92 Camaro.
Yeah, got it in high school.
It's his first car, and he still drives it.
Still drives it. And he's got one thing I can't say on air, but the other one I'll say, I used to call it the DJ minivan. He has a Chevy Astro,
Nice.
which at
Wow.
one point, every DJ I know has had a Chevy Astro.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I never had one, but
I didn't either.
Neither did I.
I kind of wish I had one now. I think they're kind of cool. If you're
They're
going to have
coming
a
back with it.
wheel drive S10 platform minivan would be very cool to have.
And think about it. And they had them in an all-wheel drive series too.
I'd get the rear wheel because it's less to go wrong. But
Well, yes,
I mean,
but I'm saying if you lived in an environment where you didn't have two really solid Chevy four-wheel drive vehicles,
then
it
I'd
would
have
be
Damon
easy.
come over. We'd put a nice LS engine in it and do burnouts from here to wherever the next gig is.
people have done it.
The one thing that, the one caveat here with all these pictures, it's like myself, we're not professional photographers. We're
No.
DJs taking it on probably our phone, maybe
Good
a halfway
point.
decent camera.
A really
If you
good
had a
point.
professional photographer take that picture, it would probably much more justice because they can adjust things and get that perfect look for things. So that's one thing, when you see the light not 100%, it's, we're trying to take a picture real quickly before people walk into the room.
Yeah.
And it's always a hard thing because we all try to do the same thing. We want to take a picture, but sometimes it's not 100% perfect.
Yeah.
You
no,
know
good
what,
point.
sadly, buddy, as much as I 100% agree with you, I sadly think that's going away because 99% of the social media I see now is a phone, a 360 camera. It's some small digital realm.
Yeah.
Like the days of here's 7 photos from professional watermark included photographer on social media. They seem to be drifting away. I think the new wedding market accepts that photo the same way you and I look at it and go, it would be better if. I think they look at it as, oh, that's cool. On to the next.
So I'm not suggesting you've seen this or are even interested in it, but you are aware that there was a movie called 28 Days Later. And then about the zombies. And then they had a movie 28 Weeks Later. They recently put out a movie called 28 Years Later. It came out this summer. We watched it. It was pretty good. It was shot on an iPhone.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
Just-
I got,
I
I
mean,
got,
that's,
I got one thing for
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Knowles. I got one thing. I don't know if you want to pull it back up for a point of reference, but
I absolutely
It's
can. Give me just a
his
second.
his ability to get in and out behind the booth, he's got some very narrow lanes on either side between the scrims. So if people thought they couldn't fit through that, they're going to walk up to the front of your booth and talk to you. Now they're going to be standing in between your lights. I'd almost want to put the lights to the outside of the scrims on
Yeah.
the triangles, so that was a free spot that someone could walk right up and talk to me, because
Jay had
they're
mentioned-
not going to come between the scrim and the totem scrim, right?
I'm willing to bet the reason the lights are there, and I don't know this to be a fact, but if I had to put money on it, the reason the lights are there is because he's trying to hit the ceiling in a very specific place. And if he puts them
100%.
anywhere
Could very well
else,
be.
he's not going to hit it there. He has
Or,
I-
he- or,
I
he's, or
can-
he's using it for the weight that the scrim's not going to kick forward. See how the right
Yeah.
side of it's on the dance floor? I wouldn't want to do that just because
Yeah.
the
Right.
vibrations, and it's going to just tip over.
Yeah.
'Cause they're not weighted; they just kind of sit. You don't
Well,
want
it's a-
anybody leaning on them because it's just going to fall over.
you
So
want to think of something like a Revo 3 as a projection effect. So
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
shooting.
If anything, it's
lights.
holding the scrim in place.
It's
so-
almost like a moving gobo, if you will. It's that kind of effect.
Yeah.
So, placement's very important, especially if you want to hit a real specific area, because there's no focus on those. You just plug
Well,
them in and
and-
go.
No, I like the
Yeah.
look. I think it's all good. Just
Yeah,
like,
he's got a nice, neat setup here.
to be approachable, you'd almost have to come up on the left wing or the right wing of the facade to talk to him. You know what I mean? Because that's all you
Probably
make
come
people go
around
there.
either side
Yeah.
for what he's got here.
I
Cool.
think you also have to look
cool.
at
Very cool.
knowing Stacy. Before Stacy got the facade, Stacy would run those lights on the table.
Mm.
So Stacy's used to, let me shoot these up on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And now that he's got a facade covering his table, he's coming at it from the same direction of, I always put them on the table shooting up. They won't clear the facade, so I'll put them in front.
Mhm.
And
Right.
that's what I think his
And
logic
then
was.
now you've even got a wider angle because you're
That's
3 feet lower than
I
where
can
you were.
guarantee it's nothing negative. It's he went through it and thought, aha, I know what I'll do.
I think we also have to consider his ceiling height.
yeah, he's got some room on that ceiling. It looks like it opens up after that vent. So
Right, but I mean, he couldn't very well tripod these.
no.
That would be a little tough.
There is a
But yeah, it
tripod
would
on
be
the side there.
He could screw them into the top of the speakers. They have fly holes, don't they?
Yeah, they have the fly holes, but the problem he'd have is, again, that beam angle wouldn't be what he wants. He's trying to hit him here. That's- I can see he's doing that. If you put him here, you'd have to tilt him. And if they're Revo 4s and they're squares, his square
Yeah.
would be crooked. If they're 3s, it probably doesn't matter as much. If they're 3s, he can probably do all kinds of stuff. But yeah, if you put him on the speakers, he wouldn't have as wide of a spread of a beam. Where if he's
Right.
in a bigger facility, yeah, he could put him on there and he could get away with that. Absolutely.
Could he have put up to the outside of the speakers and then had them sort of pointed to the middle and then the beams would cross to the middle?
Well, he could. He
Yeah, like
could
right
do
where you
that,
got
but
your
again, if
there.
these are 4s, 4 is a square, and he's probably trying to make the square symmetrical within the space.
Mm.
And if they were to the side, he'd have to tilt them, and they'd be a diamond essentially, instead of a square. But if they're 3s, it doesn't matter as much because that's just kind of a cluster of flowers. Wish I had a picture of that effect I could show you guys. It's a really cool effect.
You get the venue to pull the dance floor like 4 inches away from you, so you're down nice
There-
and flat.
Everybody's got a method to what they're doing. I mean, when I was looking at the pictures for the video that I did the other day, so many times I'd see something and I'd be like, okay, but there's probably a reason for it. I wouldn't do it this way, but they're probably doing it for a real specific reason.
Yeah.
And you ready for our last one?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
a cool look.
We'll do one more. And I'm not going to have to ask you to guess whose setup this is. What's going on here? Oh, here we go. Because his name's written right here. Mr. Scott Carroll.
Scott Carroll,
Oh,
This is
the
Scott's setup.
law.
our Florida friend.
That's right.
Yes, he is.
So Scott's got an 80J Pro event table. He's done some kind of custom inside white. I think that's a nice look. What
I
he's
do
done
too.
Yeah, that's very nice.
with the white sign that's very elegant.
Yeah, looks very nice.
The speakers are a small
EV.
Electro Voice.
Are those Everse 8s?
They might be.
Oh, I don't
That's
see
what
any
they look
wires.
like.
I was gonna say, do we see
Let
any
me get my
wiring?
Everse 8. Look at it. Let me see. Is that
It's
It looks like an Everse 8.
Could
Like,
be.
how do you have no wires coming down the pole? It's sorcery. What kind of sorcery is this? Oh, they must be battery up. That's why.
Which again, if you're doing like a small event, 2 Everse 8s, why not?
They crank, and you know what? I think those are Everse 8s, which makes it even cooler. Scott, just for point of reference, Scott is a really good friend of ours. He lives in Florida. Scott is not a kid anymore. He's still out there doing what he does. And I think he's got a nice little setup here for a guy like him that can handle. He's one of us. I don't want to say the wrong word here. What do I want to say? He's an elder DJ. He's like us. We're not kids.
A 50 Generian.
We don't aspire to do production anymore. How about that? Well, John does, and
Wow, that's
so does Bill. But you guys are insane. But yeah, this is a nice little setup for Scott.
Seasoned DJ.
See,
Mhm.
thank you,
Yep.
thank you, thank you.
We've
The
seen
only
a few
thing
eclipses in our lifetimes. Yeah.
the only thing I have to say about this, and Scott, if you're watching, heed my words on this. You need some stance on those tripods.
Yes.
Fully extend those tripods, and it's going to stretch out your scrim, and it's going to make it more stable. Other than that, I got nothing. I think this looks really nice.
It's nice
Yeah,
I
clean.
wonder, if,
I
I
like
wonder if
it.
he has a subwoofer somewhere to add a little lower end,
He might.
because
You
'cause
could
that would-
have a
that would-
sub
that would
right behind
be-
that. You could have a sub right behind that and never know it.
I've done
yeah,
it.
and
Yeah.
it's kind of like what you did to the FBT 8-inch speaker and a little sub.
Yeah.
And you can cover 130 people easily.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
nice for a
ridiculous.
wedding, nice, background music, and have a nice warm dance floor.
Evie makes a 12-inch sub because I have them, and
Mhm.
it's a 12-inch sub. The thing weighs 40 pounds.
Yeah, I had that sub. That's a
Yeah.
good little sub for a setup
I'm
like
curious, how
Yep.
did he hang the TV behind him?
Well, you
What
see,
sub
Scott
are we
is 8 feet
talking
tall.
about?
Yeah.
It's gonna be what, an 80?
ZXLA1, Damon?
Huh?
The ZXLA1,
The
Yeah.
sub.
the
Yeah,
12-inch
probably
EV sub. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had one too.
What's
Mhm.
nice about that sub too, if I remember right, it actually has an output on it that's crossed over at 100 high pass. So
Yes.
a lot of the
believe it does.
subwoofers that you look at anymore, it's just throughout. There's no crossover point. So you're what EV's counting on is that you're doing the crossover within your top cabinet, so you don't need a crossover coming out of the sub. Where in the old timey days, you got 100 hertz crossover output, so you could run those into your speakers, and everything would be crossed over 100 hertz. Your sub would
Right.
be 100 hertz low pass, your tops would be 100 hertz high pass. So that's a cool feature on that old sub. I had one, I sold it like a fool.
Hmm.
Should have kept it. It was a good little sub.
I still have one.
Yeah, I have
They're
two
nice.
of them, so I love them.
Yeah.
They're real nice.
Well, if you know you're going to get back to a tiny little spot like that, you don't need a monstrous 21 inches. Just like I just need something for some thump in here. But yeah, you can put it under the booth. You can put it off in a corner. It's not going to matter. Just
And
the room.
plus, look at the crowd he's probably playing for when he bring in an Everse 8, two Everse 8s. So he ain't really trying to thump it too hard. He just need.
I know Scott runs lights, and I'm just sitting here trying to imagine where they are.
That's a daytime gig for sure. You'd
Yeah,
see
exactly.
him. He would have lights up if that was the case. You know,
Well, I don't know. I mean, he could backlight because I did the video on getting that plastic cardboard corrugated material at Home Depot where you can make these things like he's done here on this table, this cover, you could definitely put light behind that and it'll reflect through. So he could have light behind his table shining up. He could have light in the tripods as well.
Yeah, that's
It's
probably
very
a solid
possible.
piece. I don't see any wrinkles in the fabric of that unless it's really tightly velcroed in. That's probably a solid piece.
That's not fabric. I know what that is. That's
It's gotta be-
corrugated plastic from Home Depot. I showed people how to do that one. That's what he's using, I bet. I
Yeah.
don't think it's cloth at all. And what my point, and I can actually almost see the ribs if I look really close. So I know that's what that is. See, it's ribbed.
For his pleasure.
wasn't going to say that.
Oh.
I wasn't going to say that.
Come on,
There
come
goes
on,
the G
come on.
rating.
For everybody's pleasure. It's a party.
Well, for the satisfaction of being able to shine lights and
Yeah.
lights bleed through it. Yeah, it's almost a filter too. So
That's
I
a
mean,
midday setup. He's doing a Chamber of Commerce luncheon or
it
something
could
like
be.
that. And
You want the
That's a
keys to the
midday
city
setup.
again? Yeah, riding the open top Cadillac another day.
But what a
Yeah.
cool way to use Everse 8s. I didn't even catch that when I looked at this picture first. What a cool way to use those. And they're more than capable. They're great little speakers. And if you've got a charge on them and you're only doing a gig for a few hours, you don't have to worry about plugging them in.
Mhm.
Makes it expedites your setup. Oh, learn anything
Okay.
today?
Working smart.
Working smart. There's just some easy setups. These are not big production setups. These are not setups for those who want to look like they're doing some off-Broadway production of something. It's just simple, easy DJ setups for seasoned DJs like ourselves, perhaps. But
Yep.
that was fun to look at them. That would be fun to
Totally.
look and
Yes, it was.
see what other people are doing and maybe think about what you're doing too. But anyway, yeah, that's our video tonight. We'll do something different tomorrow. We'll do music tomorrow. It'll be fun. Be tons of fun. Maybe we can talk about some crates. We can build some crates together or something. That sound good?
We could even hack crates.
No, we don't want to
Oh,
do that.
God.
We don't
Too
want to do that.
soon?
We'll
Too
do a
soon?
little bit of spoon feeding and we'll leave it at that.
So if we create crates, are they crates that we all have to play all over the country? So every DJ at every
Sounds
event
exactly
is
the
playing
same.
the
That's
exact
right.
same.
Yep.
Good
That's right.
idea.
That's right.
I've always wanted to start that as a business.
By the way,
Meanwhile, on the call,
Speaking of
why are we
businesses-
playing Sweet Caroline? Because
we're
It
sponsored
says
by
so.
We're sponsored by DJ Event Planner. They are a sponsor. I don't know why they're doing this, but they're doing it and I appreciate it. So thank you, DJ Event Planner, for being our channel sponsor. We'll see you guys next time.
Hey, can I say one more thing before we get out of here? It'll be real quick.
Yeah.
To all our viewers that are watching, if you notice, Brian Red is in color now. He's not in black and white anymore.
Too many letters.
please don't adjust your screens. It's intentional.
Well, technically,
he hit-
He forgot.
He hit the Technicolor
off.
button, and he had.
yeah, it's 1969.
That is-
NBC
Had your
Peacock.
Wizard of Oz moment. Yeah,
Right.
there we go.
Yeah, Ted Turner colorization.
Exactly.
1989 going on here.
Wow, he's going to go he's going to be on the Sphere in Las Vegas now.
Right.
Brian S. Red on the Sphere.
Look, I got to just put all my
Uh.
cards on the table. I was worried about Jay. He was really stressed out. I had to give him one less thing to be stressed out about because the black and white was very upsetting to him.
Too much
Go
stress.
ahead.
Actual
And what
watching.
color?
Now in Technicolor.
Trying
Yes.
to take all the
right.
stress I can off of Jay. So I
Too
thought that
much
might help.
stress.
Yeah.
So
Now I'm
See you-
fighting
see
with
you next
Excel
time.
over here.
Take it easy.